Ladies, what do men do that they don't know is SI? Moaning. Guys are usually pretty quiet during sex. So any noise that lets us know you're actually enjoying yourself is really exciting. Half smiles. I'd why. But yeah. Does it have to be a conscious half smile? Or is nerve damage SI too? I really hope it's eating a whole pizza by myself. Because I just did that in front of my girlfriend. The fact that they don't know they are doing something SI. Clue to guys. When your wife says something is hot like this, don't do it all the time or you will just ruin it and make it funny. Keep it sane. My wife says it's hot when I help around the house. I better slow it down. Run their fingers through their hair. Especially when they're doing it subconsciously. Like while thinking. Or after working out to get the sweat off their forehead. Cries in bold. Runs fingers seductively through chest hair. Oh my god, I'm so alone. My wife told me that my handshake is very SI. Go figure. That's gotta be awkward in the bedroom. Laugh. Ugh. Something about unbridled laughter is amazing. Hey, finally one of these I can do. Rolls sleeves back down. Sir. Hey fellas. The stuff on this thread only works if they already thought you were attractive. Smell good. I don't even mean wear cologne, just don't stink. The smell of my husband's deodorant, even after a long day of just being deodorized, can do it for me. When they smirk or pass a half smile. And NBSP. When they're considerate or thoughtful about small things. Especially if it's with someone they don't need to impress. And NBSP. And when guys try to drive safely and calmly. Speeding or driving aggressively just to show off is such a turn off. Honestly. Being supportive. Whenever I'm having a bad day or worried about something, my boyfriend is always there for me, telling me that everything will be fine or just letting me vent to him. Even when I'm in a bad mood I get a little turned on, lol. Edit. When they are sweet to kids or pets. Just being handy. Drives me wild when my BF fixes something or puts something together. Ladies. Choose your answers carefully. What you say here is going to be replicated by men everywhere. Fedora. Goatee. Japanese sword. Manga tattoo. Hairy chest. Edit. Apparently we're good with hairy chests. When my husband yawns and stretches in the morning he makes this grumbly moaning noise. Combined with morning hair it makes me want him so bad. Stretching. Especially when lying down. God yes. Show off those muscles. Also. I have a really strong urge to jump my boyfriend's bones immediately after he gets out of the shower. I'm not sure why. Since it's not like he has hygiene issues or something. He's generally pretty clean all the time unless it's very warm out and he's been stuck in traffic. Edit to add. Wearing a suit well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a SI bitch because he won't stop wearing suits and he looks damn good in them. If I saw him and he wasn't wearing a suit, I'd be thoroughly uninterested, no offense. Joseph. Dot. When they yawn and stretch or reach for something high up and their shirts come up a little bit and you can see their stomachs and their happy trail. Edited because I'm foreign and sometimes misspell things. Edit II. Edit harder. To you chunkier guys that are about to ask, does this still apply even if I've got a bit of a tummy? Full stop. Yes. Some women really like that. I personally don't. But I'm not all women. I fall on the opposite end of the spectrum. Where skinny guys get all my love. Not beefy. Not super fit. Skinny. Women go for all sorts. Same goes for amount of tummy hair. Ah yes. The hairway to heaven. Being knowledgeable. But not in an arrogant or boring way. About something they're interested in and willing to share their thoughts on the subject. Edit. Although some of you guys are joking. Most of these topics sound interesting. I enjoy hearing about history. New anime. And I am a gamer, so in the right situation you never know. And who doesn't want to hear about the tragedy of dank meme the wise? Baby, have I told you how I used a factory pattern to make my project extensible? Edit. Thanks for the gold. You widows. That's it. I'm rolling up my sleeves and yawning plus moaning all day to see what happens. Dear diary. Today the cute girl finally asked me out for coffee after I yawned and stretched for the 30th time. Turns out she just meant I should go to the coffee room at work because I looked exhausted. My so is a firefighter and I've been conditioned to the sound of his velcro belt being ripped open. So velcro does it for me apparently. And old man takes off his velcro shoes. Wearing a plain black t-shirt. No idea why. But man do I love my husband in a plain black tee. Edit. Went to see a Star Wars and came back to this. Who TF is Julian? And those of you who asked about what dandruff shampoo my husband uses. The answer is he doesn't have dandruff. Sorry dandruff sufferers. Open bracket. Edit 2. I'll know who Julian is. Trailer Park Boys really isn't my cup of tea. But thanks for the suggestion. The Julian. So this is why my husband's been acting weird all day IA. So I asked my husband to deposit my check into our joint account because I was busy with work yesterday. For some reason. It didn't come out so we had to call our bank to find out why. When he was asked for his card number, he was saying it so precise and I was surprised he had it memorized. I was just staring at him and found that incredibly hot. I kind of mumbled. That was hot. And he was like, what? I said, nothing. And looked away. Haha. Edit. Clears throat. Hey ladies. I was breaking up the sidewalk in my yard with a sledgehammer. My wife confessed to trying to get as many glances of my sweaty hard labor. Edit. She could only steal glances because we have 3 small kids and they otherwise were preventing her from just setting up a lawn chair and getting all hot and bothered. If my wife finds something I do as I will gladly do it for hours. I love her so much. LPT. If you want to get a girl, break up a sidewalk with a sledgehammer. When I see my husband gently tending to our pet rabbits it's so hot. Like when he has one in his lap. Is lifting up their front with one hand. And giving them a light washcloth wipe down if they got a little dirty UNF. It's the best sight. So kindness to animals. When they're letting you know they're squeezing through a crowd by touching your shoulder or the small of your back. Edit. Personally, I don't mind when a man passing by in a crowd does this to me. But that's not to say everyone is cool with that. Do this to your lady and your lady only to avoid upsetting anyone. Edit. Again. This is, again, a personal preference. Something I personally find SI. I am not demanding anyone else to like it. If you don't like being touched there, then no. This isn't a SI gesture for you. Most of the time, in my experience, this is just something guys do to move past me in a crowd. This is not a grope. This is not an ass grab. It's a excuse me. Squeezing through with a light hand on the small of my back or shoulder while they move past. But again, if you don't find it SI. How do we sort by most upvoted by women? Start by closing Reddit. My GF says whenever she sees me shave with my straight razor she wants to jump me. That would be very very bad. I learned that from experience. Maybe a little obvious. But moaning when? Enjoying it. Super hot. Enjoying what? A 4-course meal? I do plenty of moaning after that. Edit. What delicious meme am I missing with all these succulent Chinese meal replies? When he washes his hair. When he is being a pest and has this eating grin and giggles. When I'm being a pest and he gets this grin that just says, "You're gonna get it if you keep this up." When he whispers in my ear. Oh god, my panties hit the ground so hard and he doesn't even have to be whispering anything SI. When he rides his motorcycle. When he wears a suit. When he is asleep and he reaches out for me and squishes us together. When I'm sick or hurting and he takes care of me. When he is dancing like a loon just because he can. When he gets insanely excited for something and gets really passionate about it. Till that you don't need an NSFW tag when you ask women what is SI in a man. He does something. Nice try, Karen. Okay, so real talk. Moans during sex has to be on the top of my list. Or even just like a no or something. Also, holding babies. I guess that's just a hormonal thing. Got it. Find babies and moan while holding them. Man, this is easy. I love it when a man is wearing a smart long sleeve shirt but then casually pushes the sleeves up to the elbow. Man thighs. Thick, delicious man thighs. Please just walk around in your boxers or bike shorts all day. Playing with and taking care of children. Even though I'm still not 100% certain I want kids myself. When they build or fix something. Does building crippling debt count? Please say having a giant train track in your basement. Please say having a giant train track in your basement. Please say having a giant train track in your basement. Please say having a giant train track in your basement. Edit. Apparently there are a lot more train enthusiasts on Reddit than I thought. Edit 2. Thanks for the gold. Colon. Oh. Please say ham radio. When they run their hand through their hair. Preferably when it's long enough to cover their ears. Even better when they smile or laugh while doing it. I'm bald. Clean white t-shirt and a pair of well-fitting jeans. Doesn't have to be a slim fit or anything. Just jeans that fit properly. The top answer is usually rolling up their sleeves. And I never know if it's always the top answer because women genuinely find it SI. Or because all the male redditors think, hey, I can roll up my sleeves. And upvote it. Wearing a fedora and having a neckbeard. Lady. Do you think girls find the fact that I'm 7th prestige in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 SI? I thought Cosmo covered this in one of their how to avoid S-Zord predators but have an amazing orgasm with a stranger issue. I feel it when my partner is getting ready for work. Combing his hair just so. Putting the cufflinks in and straightening up. Also when he does the manly giggle about something. Also when he does the manly giggle about something. Not SI is asking this sign question every week. You neckbeard S. When they are SI. Pack it in. Boys. Done here. Reposting this question every month. Rumham. When they wear a ribbed shirt, short or long sleeved. When they have a slightly croaky voice. When their cock twitches. When they have rough hands and rub my skin. That's all I can think of. I'm gonna go molest my husband now. When he asks me to keep talking as I get more passionate about the topic at hand. It makes me feel heard. So then I usually pounce. And I let him hear other things. One of my boyfriends used to ask if it was okay to sleep with me before we would go out drinking. Even after we'd been dating for years he would always ask. Now of course consent is SI but the best part was the anticipation all night of what would be happening later. Emotional SI. Cry. Seeing a man who isn't afraid to be emotional is very moving for me. SI. Make SX noises. I love hearing you. Pick things up and put them down. It. Male redditors taking notes. Seriously. What is with guys responding to this? Am I the only one that read the ladies? Part? It. Roll up your sleeves in front of all the women. Chicks dig sleeves. What if I'm wearing short sleeves? Should I roll them up to my shoulders? Yeah, no. Give free access to the gun show. When they drive with a stick shift Huber. Edit. I'm not from North America. I live in Asia. You might want to come to Europe. No shirt and wearing grey sweatpants. My brain associates it as we just had SX because it's the post-coital attire for every dude I've banged. This question pops up every 2 weeks, please stop for s sake. It has been mentioned already, but when men make loud sounds during sex. I didn't even realize some men are quiet or silent until recently, and only then realized how crazy it makes me to hear their pleasure. Be loud. Always SI. Imagine other way around a silent woman during sex, you'll see what I mean. My wife found other men really SI and I didn't know. How come sitting in my boxers, half drunk and covered in chips playing Xbox, is never on these lists? For the love of God, how many times is this exact question going to be asked? So I'm unoriginal. Speak a second language. The guy I used to sleep with burst into fluent Spanish with a customer one day and I could have jumped him right there. Hola como esta por clase vez detrás del algo biblioteca? I love my partner and I find him incredibly SI. But every time I catch him doing push-ups, which he often tries to wait for me to leave the room to do. For this reason, I just stand there with my jaw dropping and I'm instantly wet and trying to come onto him. I have no idea why. I think it's just that he's literally the first partner I've had just to drop to the ground in his living room and do push-ups. It's so hot. Bonus. Sometimes when I'm doing a chore, he'll trick me to step away from them for a moment for a kiss. And then swoop in and finish the chore. It leaves me kind of dizzy and it really turns me on. It's not with a guilty energy, but with a you've done enough. Go rest feeling to it. When they ask me how did you get this number, I love when they reject me. Off. Ask this question or some variant of it on Reddit every 2 weeks. It makes men look so intrigued by women's interests and not at all ignorant of the fact that not every woman in the world has the same sexual interests or attractions. A guy I used to date would sometimes just throw a hoodie on in the morning, leaving it partially zipped so his chest was peeking out. It always looked so SI to me. Play a musical instrument. Even if you're not proficient and it's just a hobby. As someone who sings for a living, I love the idea of being with someone I could make music with. And if you write songs, there's a chance my underwear is already missing. My husband works a lot more than I do and gets home shortly before the kids go to bed. When he comes home and I'm cleaning up and getting the kids ready and he, dead tired and sore, jumps in to help me out so we can spend extra time together before he goes to sleep. That's the hottest thing in the world. I have friends whose husbands never do anything around the house, and to know mine works twice as much as theirs and still finds time to help me out is amazing. So do that. Very, very SI. Wear leather gloves. I've discussed this with many of my friends and we don't quite know why. But a well-dressed man plus leather gloves equals instant lady boner. Got it. I need to become an international jewel thief. Till. Women are weird. Today I learned there are a whole lot of goddamn beyond normal things that ladies find SI. I have been told that wearing a suit is like lingerie for men. I've been advised by the President of the United States of America that they like to be grabbed at by their reproductive organs. I get the impression that all these SI things are only SI because woman first found that man attractive to begin with. Edit. I didn't think my comment would get noticed. Thanks for proving me wrong, Reddit. Not a woman, but being comfortable with friendly body contact. As one of the gays, it's a little depressing when someone eventually finds out through conversation and changes their already established behavior around you. If you can't stay comfortable, it makes me think you're a good person. A good people are SI. Not that I'll ever act on it. Respect is a two-way street and I'm taken anyway. But I'll still consider you SI and try find you a woman. After reading lots of the comments, I have come to realize it's less about what they do but more about when women love a man and a thing can become SI because they associate it with the love they have for them. Eat well, not having a super controlled diet, but enjoying good meat and fruits and some healthy foods. Good meat. Nice try, mom. Just look at the past 68 times this same question was asked on Reddit. Jesus in Christ. When they take initiative to do something as little as wash a dish you forgot to wash. Nice try, Karen. Putting in the effort to be passionate about things that you're passionate about. Reading books you like. Giving your favorite band a chance. Listening to your political or social passions and actually engaging with you. Even going beyond and doing research into a subject on their own. It's incredible to be truly listened to and understood in a way that no one else has ever tried to do. And they are doing it all because they care about you. TL. DR. Women find SI a sweaty man in a white t-shirt who's moaning while he's rolling up the sleeve of the hand he's using to pass through his hair in a short break from showing a kid how to fix a 70s Cadillac engine. Bonus. Other women watching the scene in awe. Some of the things on here are so random. I'm pretty sure women evolved to like random about men just so men would have a chance. Cleaning the house. Cooking. Being responsible. Nice try. By the way, most of these are contingent on some level of above average attractiveness. I can't imagine a room full of hot and bothered if, let's say, Stephen Hawking rolled up his shirt sleeves. Or if he fixed a cabinet. Or reached up for something and displayed his happy trail. Edit. Good night MR. Hawking. That's why it's always rolling up their shirt sleeves. For your information, there's a scientific reason why women like to see a man with his sleeves rolled up. It makes him look like he's been washing dishes. Guys are low-key trying to find a method to be SZA by lurking this thread. Nothing low-key about it. A guy can confirm. Their thinking face can be so incredible. Really putting a lot of thought into their response gives such a SI face for most men. And then you have that time when you just look constipated. It isn't that kind of just assumed? Do you like yoga pants on morbidly obese women? Would you like it if a grandma ran her bony fingers up your thigh? Whoopi Goldberg's ting in your mouth? You can boil all these comments down into be nice. Be useful. Be strong. Well, that sounds pretty easy. SISs of SXit. How many SISs can you SZFI every time you SX? Talk to a woman as if she were an adult person. AWW. This one is so cute. Did you think of it all by yourself? OMG, having a giant train track in your basement. So hot. Edit. These replies are getting me steamed up. Losing my train of thought. You're all on the right tracks. Drinking liquor straight HNNNNNNG. Cuffs rolled up on button-down shirt. Exposing their forearms. Handbrake turns. Enough with these same old questions being asked every single day. As if the women of Reddit are going to give you the information necessarily to change yourself from a dateless beggar to a Casanova by simply doing a few SI things. You know what they like. Confidence in yourself. Not constant attempts to change your behavior to what they might like. And rolled up sleeves. Women. Please tell me you find helicopter dick SI.